Hey, you Smith & Wesson fans. This is a photo from online that I am showing of what my Bodyguard 380, the Smith & Wesson I purchased several years ago, looked like before. Having trouble with it, light strikes, having some issues with it. I sent it back and forth to Smith & Wesson 3 times. The second time it came back, if you can see here, you've got the Smith & Wesson logo. I guess that's some kind of laser etching that was on there. It says Bodyguard 380 on it. Insight laser, and you've got a black or a dark gray button to turn the laser on and off. Now, the second time it came back, this was actually swapped. And it was a red button. They had red buttons on both sides. It's still the Insight laser. The red button is actually supposed to be indicative of having a crimson trace laser on the newer Bodyguards, but mine still has the Insight and wasn't switched with the crimson trace. Besides that, there were some other changes, and when you see my Bodyguard in real time here shortly, you will notice that it has changed somewhat. It's now a special handgun made for me, a specialty handgun made for me by Smith & Wesson, unbeknownst to them, I guess. I don't know. At any rate, I was having some trouble with light strikes. I really like this handgun. I mean, it's light, it's small, it's thin, fits in your pocket. It is a great carry weapon. It shoots, it's easy to hold, and when it actually fires, it just shoots well. It's fairly accurate. At 25 yards, I can hit center body mass without any problems. So it does shoot very well. The problem that I was having with it was light strike problems. Second strike, third strike, some jams, some stovepiping. And so I sent it in to get it fixed. They sent it back. I shot it again. I took a buddy of mine's Kel-Tec. He had a 380 Kel-Tec. Fired some ammunition out of it without any issues at all. Put about 40 rounds down range out of the Kel-Tec, the Smith & Wesson. Probably every fourth or fifth round had a light strike on it. Maybe every third or fourth round, the empty cartridge would get jammed in the barrel. Had to put a little stick down it and knock it out. And every once in a while, I get a little bit of stovepiping. But at any rate, Smith & Wesson claims, or told me, that I should be using high quality ammunition, and that the Silver Bear, Russian Silver Bear steel case ammo I was using was, not up to par to be shot out of this thing. My comment to them was, if I can buy ammunition legally anywhere, any gun, I don't care who makes it, should be able to fire it without issue. All right. Got another buddy, got an AR. I bought some Wolf ammo and ran several hundred rounds through that. Steel cased Russian ammo, no problems. That Kel-Tec my buddy had, I ran, like I said, 40 rounds through that. The Silver Bear steel case 380 ammo, no problems. The Smith & Wesson, nothing but problems with that particular ammunition. Then when I switched back to the PMC that I use in the Winchester, I would get light strike issues again. So at any rate, I sent it back a second time. They said they fixed it. I took it to the range immediately, same issues. I wrote them, emailed them. They said, hey, send us a letter. This will be the third time you're sending it back. Let us know what you would like for us to do. Maybe, something will happen here. So I sent them a letter, basically told them what I'm saying here about the ammo, and told them, hey, replace the gun, or give me back my money, or you can try to fix it again, but this time maybe take it to the range and fire it, which they did. They fixed it, sent it back. Guy said he ran 5 magazines. That would be 30 rounds, I guess, through there. Holds, each magazine holds 6. And excuse me, said that they had no problems. So let's take a look at the new gun, the new handgun that was sent from Smith & Wesson. So here is my custom-made Bodyguard by Smith & Wesson. As you can see, it no longer has the logo on it, the Smith & Wesson logo. It no longer has the laser etching. It actually has the inscribed, the upper receiver has been changed. It now says M&P Bodyguard 380. It's got the fish scales of the M&P instead of the old Bodyguard stuff. It's got the red dot here for laser. They just changed the little caps on both sides. You can see, changed it on both sides. No longer has the gray caps, and but it still has the Insight laser. It does not have the other type of laser anymore. It still has the old the old Bodyguard. So the part other than the little red cap here, the Bodyguard, the lower receiver is the same. So Smith & Wesson basically took my old one, put this new red cap on it, and then changed out the receiver. I'm assuming because the M&P new barrel and everything inside, and I'm assuming new firing pin and everything, and I'm assuming that the M&P may have some different tolerances than the old Bodyguard 380 that I had. Maybe they're a little bit looser, and maybe they'll fire the Silver Bear Russian steel ammo a little bit better. But we'll find out when we go to the range. So we're going to take this out to the range and run some 380 steel case Silver Bear ammo through it and see what happens. So, here I am at my favorite gun range. Going to try out my new Hermaphrodite specialty, well, you can see it's unloaded. My new Bodyguard M&P with some Bear, Silver Bear steel cased ammo. Just back, fresh back from repairs at Smith & Wesson. Going to put 18 rounds downrange, 4 magazines, and let's see what happens. Oh, light strike. 1 strike. 2, 3, 4. Another light strike. So 2 light strikes out of 6 rounds. First magazine fired fresh out of the shop. Let's see what happens. We didn't have any jam, so that was good. But let's try another round. Light strike. Oh, there's a jam. You can see, got jammed up in there. Take the magazine out, shell casing out, lock and load. Six rounds, that's the 12 rounds, so we had several light strikes on that one and 1 round got jammed. Let's do the next magazine. This will be okay. Let's see what we got here. Yep, another jam. Okay, Smith & Wesson, looks like you did a bang up job fixing this. what happens. Oh, there's one more in there. Sorry, I thought that was 6. Didn't lock back, but that's because I took the magazine out. So, last magazine, let's see what happens. Yep, another jam. Let's take the magazine out. Get that sucker out of there. Okay. Back up in, lock and load. Yep, got another jam. That sucker's in there pretty good. Yeah, that's not coming out. There we go. Okay. Lock and load. Light strike. Okay, and the last round jammed. So, let's take a look and see though how it shoots. Let's measure out the, let's pace it off here. Take a little look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 yards. That's actually some pretty good shooting for me. You know, most of them hit on target, center body mass, headshots, pretty much everything I was aiming at. So, Smith & Wesson. I'm not real happy with right out of the box repair. What do we have? About maybe 6 or 8 light strikes, 4 jams out of 18 rounds of ammunition. 6, 12, 8, 24, I'm sorry, 24 rounds of ammunition. That's pretty crappy, okay? So for your guy to say he shot 5 magazines of ammo, no issues, I don't know about that. Anyway, not calling him a liar, he probably used some extremely high dollar ammunition. Me, I'm kind of cheap, so I'm not doing the same thing. But anyway, not real happy. You guys figure it out. I don't know what to do next. You tell me. God bless America.